All right, eighth grade. Are you ready for math? We are at lesson 8 today, and we are still working with our checking account and our bank account. Yeah, if you have any trouble with this, you can call me, but really, this should be something quite easy for your mom or your dad to help you with. They do this all the time, so this is what you call real practical math. You tell them that they should be very familiar and should be very capable of helping you with the lesson. Really, it's not a real hard lesson. Any of this is not hard. We're talking about debit cards, and some people call them ATM cards. But by the way, do you know what ATM means? It means Adam told Dave. Oh, no, Adam told Mom. No, not quite. Okay, let's try again. Automated, there you go. Teller machine is what the book says. So actually, a teller, you know what a bank teller is? It's a machine that does what a bank teller does. A bank teller is someone that takes your money and gives you money, does transactions for you. Well, it's a machine that's automatic, a bank teller. And I'm old enough that I can just remember when they first started talking about the ATM. That was just a real high tech, there you go, machine that you could go to the bank any time of the day you wanted to go and it would spit out cash. And matter of fact, I'll tell you, when I was younger, just starting 18, 19, 20, having a bank account and getting money, I used it a lot. I used the ATM to get cash because I would deposit my check. Lots of times I would send my check into the bank through the mail, so they didn't give me, I couldn't get any cash back, but I would go to work during the days, so I would mail in my check and I would drive by the bank teller that night on the way to town and pull out cash. And there is a problem here. Most times they'll charge you a transaction fee. But the card that I had, now I don't use it anymore, okay, sorry. But the card that I had, if you used it in your hometown bank, which was First National Bank of Odin, if you used it at that bank, they wouldn't charge you a transaction fee. So I would always use it at Odin Bank, or there's a bank in Montgomery. I would use it there. Yeah, there's a couple others around. Crane, I think there's one. So be careful with your ATM cards that you don't have to pay a big fee of using them. But it's a debit card, works just like a check, except it's a little card, just like a credit card. And so instead of writing a check, you swipe this card and it pulls the money right out of your account, your bank account. So it's very important that you keep track of every time you use your debit card. Now, there is one thing that, you know how people can write bad checks? They can write a check and they don't have the money in the bank to pay for it. You cannot swipe the debit card and not have money in the bank to pay for it. The debit card machine will check. When you swipe that card, as that transaction is going through, it quickly checks to see if the money's back at the bank. Now, it doesn't call, it does all that electronically. And that amazes me, how that it can check my bank account and I can be in California or New York or Florida, and I swipe that card, and before that transaction fee goes through, you have to wait a couple seconds. It quickly checks to see if the money's in my bank, and it says, yes, it is, or no, it's not. And then it won't process the transaction. You have to pay for it with cash or something else. So yeah, that's a debit card, your ATMs. ATMs, the advantage of the ATMs is that you can go to the bank any time of the day, 24 hours a day, and get money or do a transaction. And you need to record them in your checkbook just like if you wrote a check. So, yeah, keep your balance. And yesterday when I was so frustrated trying to find where your check balance thing was, here it was in the back of your book and I didn't even know that. So today, when you get ready to do 1 to 7, you look back on page, your check registry is, Stephen and Rhonda's check registry, it's on page 55. And Yeah, you should be able to find the information there that you need. If I'd have just read the instructions yesterday on lesson 7, I'd have known where to do it. Let me see, what else do I need to tell you? Oh yeah, I was going to ask you, how did you read that yearbook piece that I put on here? 8th grade, have you started your yearbook article? Have you got your picture ready? If you haven't, you must do that. And let me see here, it's better to do it sooner than later, so start today. Get that article started today. You have learned how to write an article. You should make an outline. You should brainstorm. Oh yeah, how do you do it anymore? You start with just put a bunch of scribbles on a piece of paper of things that you might want to write about. So you might want to write about, let's say you might want to write about your favorite subject in school. You might say why it's your favorite subject. You think outside the box. Maybe you want to write about the birds. Any of those things would be an excellent article to put in the yearbook. Just simply make it long enough that I don't have to send it back and say rewrite it or add to it. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, maybe you want to check yesterday's lesson. Okay, let's do that. Lesson 7, your check registry. Let me see here. The first part is going to be lesson 55, so let me see what that looks like. I will just let the first part, so let me give you number 6 answer. Number 6 has 2 answers, A and B. A is 16 feet, and B is 16 feet squared. And number 7 is $3.50. I about told you $350. $3.50. And that should be it. I will check your deposit or your check registry. I will show you that picture after you get today's thing. Maybe I could tell you the balance on page. I could maybe tell you the balance. How does that sound? That way you would know if you're correct to start out and go today. On page 55, your balance of yesterday, you finished up, he made an $825 deposit. You're doing Stephen Ronda's check registry, $825. So your balance, you should have finished at $900.20. So if you did everything accurately, you should have come down on April the 1st. Number 5, record this deposit of Stephen and Rhonda's check balance with a new balance. You should have had $920. So that's where you should start out today with your check registry. So you're ready. After the deposit, you added $825 to your previous, and again, that's $900.20. $900.20 if I say it correctly. That's where you start out for the cash withdrawal from the ATM today. And you just keep recording it right on down through there. All right, and again, if you have any questions, be sure to ask your mom or dad. They do this all the time. See you.